Right. Yeah. We've had technical problems again. So it's genuinely not even our fault.
Yeah, that just ran out. That just the memory card just went no.
Yeah.
Went
And whatever camera we were using there, so we're now using another camera. So it'll all be edited together. See, once Ryan gets his fingers in this, it'll be fucking seamless.
Oh, don't even tempt fate with that. Don't even remotely try and tempt fate with that. People are like, "What is this editing?" And I'm like, "Shut up."
I know.
Shut up.
I know.
But we will have an editor. We have.
We've
got someone in the.
We've got someone in the pipeline.
Yeah. Someone's in the fucking pipeline.
Right, so bald news, bald dog has been taken to the RSPCA, is struggling to find a new home due to his unusual skin allergy. Patch. You can't call it fucking Patch.
Patchy.
If it's bald from a skin allergy. Jesus Christ.
His drag name's alopecia.
God. He's a boxer breed.
Okay.
He's got no fur due to a severe reaction to dust mites and birch pollen.
Okay.
So there you go. Patch.
Fuck you, Patch.
Soon be dead.
It's okay.
This one's better. In bald news, bald murderer wins legal battle to wear toupee in jail.
Why would you need a toupee in jail? Something for your cellmate to hold on to?
A bald murderer from New Zealand has won a legal battle to wear a toupee in jail after he successfully argued that it was within his human rights. He got his wig taken off him when he was captured because the disguise proved vital to his escape. But he has now successfully argued that the toupee is an artwork that is essential to his self-esteem.
Fuck's sake. What the fuck is that? Like,
you bald men are wild.
Fuck's sake. That's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, God.
Big news for Ryan this week. He's not dying of cancer.
Oh, yeah. I suppose I should have thought about that. I thought we... I don't know.
We were waiting for the results last week.
Don't have it. Yeah, it's a shame. Fringe is on.
It is a shame.
Fringe is on.
It's a shame because you did a good show.
Yeah.
You'd have died.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Yeah, would have went out and,
Yeah.
how it was always going to.
How did they break it to you?
Badly. Fucking I rang them because they were like, they were supposed
Do
to.
I have cancer? You tell us.
Yeah. She went on the phone like, I've got the results here right in front of me, but I can't tell you. I can't break this to you. I need a consultant to read this out to chat to you. And I was like, that doesn't sound good.
No, that doesn't sound good.
And then they rang up, and then the consultant ran back an hour later and went, yeah, you're fine. And I went, you don't need a consultant. You never told me anything. Like, he goes, you'll come in for another meeting, and then we'll chat about it all. And I go, so I didn't need a consultant to tell me I'm fine.
No.
Because you didn't tell me anything medical at all.
Is it a hierarchy thing? They're just not allowed to tell you results?
I don't know. It must be because I presume I rang up basically the reception, I suppose, so they might...
What would you rather, right? Because I was thinking about this when you told me, right, about how they didn't... they weren't able to tell you. If you were going in for a serious test, right, and they phoned you back up and said, listen, you're absolutely fine, nothing to worry about, it's all clear, all good. Then a week later they phoned back and said, listen, we're really, really sorry, we mixed that up with someone else, you've got hours.
Okay,
right?
hours. Okay.
Right? Is that worse than getting phoned up and going, listen, it's really bad, it's worse than we thought it is, you're in a terrible, terrible way, you've not got long left. And then a week later going, whew, turns out it's some other poor bastard that's got that.
Well, obviously.
We mixed up. Do you think that's better?
By a country mad?
I don't know, because you've wasted a week of worrying. You've lost a week anyway.
But you wouldn't die.
I think I would be so angry, I'd rather die. I would be so angry at them having made such a mistake and ruining a week. I would go, do you know what? Fucking kill me anyway, because...
You kill yourself.
I would.
The moment that other person dies.
Yeah.
Outside in the hospital lawn.
Yeah.
Solidarity!
Yeah. You have caused 2 lives today, sir.
The guy's like, I didn't put cancer in him.
I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah. The other family don't either. Yeah. Solidarity, Brian. When he flatlines and they're looking out, and you're out in the grass covering yourself in petrol.
Try to hold his hand as he's going. Come on, brother.
Who's this guy? Brian doesn't even know. You have Dr. You've talked her Welsh too, haven't you?
What a terrible way to go out. Just check out peacefully with your family while some fucking lunatic's yelling, setting fire to himself.
He's petrol's everywhere. Oh God.
Oh my God. That's so funny. Did you watch Glastonbury?
No.
That's another thing I'm about to talk about. No.
No, I seen the guy that tried to with the ukulele trying to like
Impress
show off.
Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
He does that. Oh, he does that a lot.
I've seen the tweets now.
couple of videos of him. Yeah.
Seen him in a music video.
He's a knob.
Yeah, that's sad.
I fucking honestly.
That's the type of man that needs to die.
Listen, like I know I go on about like TikToky, Instagram people
Yeah.
a lot, but that is, and there's like
And waterboard him with boiling water.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
They
There's
scrape a Stanley blade across his teeth all day.
luckily, if you read the comments on it, most people are going, this guy's a wanker. And I think that is the majority of society.
Yeah.
The majority of society are still misanthropic enough and still miserable enough
Yeah.
that they go, this guy's a wanker. And then you get the odd one going, well, the guy's shooting his shot. Got a fair play to him. He's playing the game. You know, got to put yourself out there, don't you? No. Fuck off. No, you don't. Have some decency. Have some self-respect.
That's not.
And don't do that.
That's not shooting your shot. Did you see the face?
On Dua Lipa, yeah.
Shoot,
Raging.
if I made Dua Lipa look that
Yeah.
like that at me, I would kill myself
Aye.
right there in the spot.
But
It would be like in Bruges.
Aye, yeah.
Right there on the spot.
I'm assuming that's backstage in like quite a private area because she's got no security around her. I mean, that's not in the crowd. Surely Dua Lipa isn't walking about
Probably
where some
is.
random wanker with a ukulele can approach her.
Maybe. Never know. Maybe she's signed, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I'd recognise. That's no reflection on Dua Lipa. I think Dua Lipa, from what I've heard, is quite decent, and it's no reflection on. Of course, I'm not Dua Lipa's fucking target audience, so. But I don't
Imagine.
think I would recognise Dua Lipa.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Walking along the
I think
street.
I would. Yeah, probably, but only because of that video. I don't really know.
Yeah,
Dua Lipa.
I know.
Don't know her songs either.
I know that Houdini one. Yeah, but
was Eminem.
Houdini.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
okay.
that one. And I know the one from Barbie as well.
Okay.
Kids play it a lot.
Okay.
I watch quite. I love watching Glastonbury on TV.
Okay.
Because I think the way the BBC do it is absolute class. The two best people of all weekend, I put a tweet out about this, by far were the Sugar Babes and Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. Oh, Avril Lavigne would be great to go to.
Unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Like literally, just I think right. In the Sugar Babes case, I genuinely, no word of a lie, think that is one of the best Glastonbury sets I've ever seen.
Sugar Babes have nothing but not one number ones. Like
Literally every single song you go, Jesus Christ, that's
An
they're absolute.
It's odd because
belter of a song.
Because like Girls Aloud are always massive. You'd think, but in my head, I wonder who's bigger. Like I would say because Girls Aloud had a load of massive.
Yeah.
Like obviously, you see, but then again, we're just saying Girls Aloud instead of like the Spice Girls.
I reckon,
you know, but like,
but did Girls Aloud have that many number ones? But then did the Sugar Babes have that many number ones?
yeah. See, I mean, like when I say number one, in fairness, I mean like just a big hit for them.
Yeah.
I don't know how many were number ones. Push the Button was definitely number one.
See,
Push the button.
I
love Mucha Buena.
Mucha. Aye.
Mutia Buena.
Mutia and Kesha. They're
I
the
remember
only two.
Mutia Buena because she had that song, the solo one that was a belter. That's a surefire way to ruin my day. Top of my life, there
don't
you
know that
go
song.
again. You go react now.
I don't know that song
back
at all.
now. Mutia, don't act erratic. You're a junkie now. That's not that.
No, I don't know that song at all.
Belter.
Because Mutia, she was always the best.
Yeah.
And because I liked the original singer Siobhan, I think her name is Siobhan.
Right.
And she looks Irish. I don't even know she is Irish. She looks Irish. But Mutia was always the best. And you know the reason why Mutia is the best?
Why?
Mutia Buena is because she was a childhood star as well. She was called Kinder Buena.
I fucking fell. I didn't get that one. I didn't catch that at all.
Oh God, yes.
Mucha Buena, Kinder Buena.
That is honest to God. Like,
I'm looking at that going, I hope that's off.
listen,
That I can't believe that. I fucking fell for that. I didn't see that coming at all.
That's one of my best jets.
That's fucking.
That was so cloaked. It
fizzing.
was, oh god,
fizzing. I've
unbelievable.
had I take this off and it's just like pure red at the top.
See if the Fringe was judged on that kind of shit. I wouldn't be worried about it in the slightest. I would be like, I'll fucking do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll walk away with every prize. I don't give a shit.
Did I tell you, Kai, mate, I read out a note to Kai yesterday on his thing, and he goes, "You got to do that on stage. That's hilarious." And I go, "That's not going to work on stage. That could never work. It's not even funny here." And he goes, "I guarantee that's hilarious." Did it last night. Deafening silence. I'll never listen to that cunt again.
What was it?
I said, do you know when like NASA sent dogs, used to send dogs up to space instead of humans, right? I was like, do you reckon there was a stage where the dog was looking at the window with like Earth getting smaller and smaller, going, "I was a bad boy."
Jesus Christ. That's fucking awful.
I just wanted to go, "I've been a bad boy." I must have been a bad boy. I must have been a bad boy.
Oh my god.
I was like, Kai, I left it for his unfunny jokes, like you just said. It's awful. And I go, it made me laugh, but it's obviously.
It was not that.
He goes, "It's absolute." I was like, "This is
You, sir, have written gold.
He just kept, and I was sitting in the bus going, like, "Is it? I mean, I think that's shite." Oh, when I see people looking at me, they're just like, and I go, "I fuck it." In my head, I was like, "You fucking Geordie wanker."
Do you think he has set you up?
I don't
God,
know.
I hope he has. That's
If he
hilarious.
has, he's absolutely fucking
That's
done me. 'Cause
absolutely
it was-
brilliant.
I'll run it by him after this because it was fucking
That's absolutely
stank out.
Have you ever heard when you mentioned when you asked that joke? You ever heard Phil Nichols' space joke? It's fucking brilliant. It's like, sorry, apologies to, if you ever listen to this, Phil. Apologies if I'm bastardising your joke, but it's something like, I read the other day that the American space program have started making beds. It's a NASA bed. No, but there was an Italian thing in it as well. I can't remember. It was just that fucking
So
punch.
stupid.
It's a NASA bed.
Yeah. Great.
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
okay. How long have we done here? 27. Great.
Right.
We're on to our first of our
Euros.
Euros movie. Yeah, I have. When I said I've never seen this film before last week, or never even heard of it, and my brother gave it to me because he was like, "This was on in our house all the time." Nah, I don't. It did not catch me at all.
This is very
Or
much.
I didn't recognize
This is very
it.
much a childhood film because I remember getting shown this
Okay.
by my dad and my granddad quite a lot, because especially my granddad, because it basically fed into everything he loved, which was football and prisoner war camps.
The good old days.
He loved war films
And the docs.
and football. So it was like it's
yeah.
the perfect. So it's Escape to Victory,
Yeah.
which I didn't know it was called Victory in America. I don't know why. It'll be some reason.
What?
There'll be some reason. It was just called Victory.
I
don't know
hate
why.
to do that.
Um,
Leon.
The idea behind the film is that there is a prisoner of war camp, and Michael Caine is in it. Michael Caine plays for West Ham. He's had the war has interrupted his football career, even though the man's 49 in the film. He's still interrupted his career.
It's quite funny.
And a German commandant sees him playing in the war camp and comes to him and says, "Look, it'd be cool if I could get a team together of Germans, you get a team together, let's have a match." And he goes, "You know what, that'd be quite a good laugh." And then the Nazi war machine gets wind of it and realizes it's a great propaganda tool. So because they know at the start that if they get because the Germans, the Nazis at this point have surely they're getting the top boys.
Yes.
So they're going to be serving.
There's Michael Ballack's in there.
Yeah. Oh, aye. They're serving.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But they'll be officers and they'll be treated well. If you're putting them up against prisoners of war, it's going to be an easy victory.
Should be. Yeah.
So for them, it's an idea for the Nazis to assure their dominance.
Yeah.
Over the West. So they come up with
Tony
this
Cruz
idea.
is still doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Watch Germany in this tournament, and it's so the match gets set up, and Michael Caine has got some players that are in the war camp. He requests some more.
Yeah.
Some get shipped in. Sylvester Stallone is just an American, only American there. Never explained really why the fuck he's there.
No. What was his name? Hatch or something?
Hatch, yeah. He ends up on the team, which we'll get to explain to, and then they use the match as a means to try and escape.
Yep. That's voila.
That's it. It's a pretty simple premise.
Yeah.
It's a football match between the Allies and the Germans.
Yeah, I did. There was quite a fucking cast, and I didn't even realize who half the people were until the end. Like because I don't know who the fuck was it? Bobby Moore or something, wasn't it?
You must know who Bobby Moore is.
I know who he is, but I don't know what he looks like. So I didn't.
You didn't know what Bobby Moore looked like?
No, I know.
Really?
I know of Bobby Moore, but I didn't. It took me till the credits. I go, that was fucking Bobby Moore.
Have you never watched the '66 final?
No.
Have you never watched
Just a highlight?
like a rerun of the?
Just a
I've
YouTube
watched it.
highlights,
Like it's.
but-
I watch it just to be so angry, just
okay,
to
right.
really get fucking anger, and then
You're
realize
about to do a gig
how much the linesman actually robbed the rest of the world. But,
yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
Oh, Bobby Moore. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of them. I wouldn't have recognised
Just
either.
got
Mike
by,
Summerby. I wouldn't. I'd know the name.
I didn't know that was
I didn't know. I didn't know many. I don't know the Danish players.
Oh, it was like a big guy. His was, when they like he stopped and he was doing like a diving header. It was like Thorgan.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, it's made up of mostly English players. John Wark is there
Yeah.
for Scotland.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Callaghan
Yes, that's right.
for Ireland.
Yeah.
He's
I didn't.
there.
Yeah. Keep going. Is he a keeper?
He's the keeper in the film, but he was a striker for Ipswich. Bizarrely,
odd.
reading into this, the team is made up of people they wanted to be in it, actors, and Bobby Robson was the manager of Ipswich.
Okay.
And Ipswich had just gone in European glory before this was made.
Yes.
So someone from the film went down to Ipswich and went, look, there was no World Cup. It was 81, I think. There was no World Cup that year, right? No Euros in the summer. So they went, right, we're making this film. Do any of you want to be in it? And like 5 of these Ipswich lads all stuck their hand up. Yeah, we'll do it. And then they didn't know they were going to be in a film. They thought they were just going to be like extras cutting about in the background. Or some of them, which they ended up being, the keeper, they ended up being like just like advisors. So the Ipswich keeper trained Stallone how to be a keeper.
Okay, right. Okay.
But some of them are actually in it. And like you read the interviews with like John Wark and he goes, we thought we were just going to be cutting about in the background. And then suddenly we get there and somebody hands us a fucking script. And like, what?
Fucking amazing. Pelly.
Which, before we get into the film, which I had an interesting thought when I was coming over here.
Yeah.
This is like, because in this film, Michael Caine and Stallone, right, are actors who have to learn how to be footballers.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them, Bobby Moore, Summerby, all that, Ozzy Ardiles, Pelly, are footballers who have to be actors. So it's in an Armageddon kind of way. Do you think it would be better having a team, teaching a team of actors how to play football, or would it be easier teaching a team of footballers how to act? Which would be the more seamless? Which would produce the better film?
I'm going to say footballers to act
Really?
purely on Vinnie Jones.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah.
Purely on, because it would depend on the film.
It would. Aye.
But this one, like, okay, I don't know. Footballer. Why do you think it's still one?
I think with editing, you can make actors playing football a lot more realistic than getting footballers to act, because you can't fake shit acting. Like you can't make shit acting good acting.
Yeah.
Right.
They can fake when they're hurt.
But I reckon if you've got them doing basic skills, you can knit the shots together enough.
Okay, yeah.
If you took
hip hop off it and zoom into it.
If you basically you spent an afternoon of Stallone dribbling a ball,
yeah,
right? If the scene requires him dribbling if the scene requires him dribbling around 2 people and shooting it in the top corner, right?
Okay.
I reckon with an afternoon of filming, you could easily make that shot, because he's obviously not doing it in one.
Yeah.
Right? But if you manage like 15 shots of him getting it round the first guy, and you just pick the best one or knit ones together, then you have a different shot of him going round the next guy. Then you film him taking shots, right? So you've got behind the goal him taking the shot till you get him where it looks like he's actually hit it decently.
Yeah.
Then you just from behind the camera throw the fucking ball into the top corner, right? He's not even booted it. It's just an extra throwing it in. And then you put that together and it looks like he's done it. I think that's better than what we will see in the film we're doing next week.
Yes.
That's a lot easier than getting David Beckham to appear non-wooden and like a human on screen.
It was. I'll get into that too. It was a good point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the main things is when you're watching, and especially in both of these films, it's evident if you're not a professional footballer, you will always look like non-professional, just running with the ball. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. The legs are always like wooden. You can see it. And next week we're doing goal. I know you've already told us, but you know him especially. You can see it. Like there's a couple parts in this, like Stallone, obviously, but that doesn't matter because he shouldn't be that good. So
Michael Caine looks dog shit.
Like,
but I mean,
old dude.
It comes and that's the problem with it.
He looks like he could play for West Ham.
Yeah. But like you're exactly right. It doesn't just look like you can't play football. It looks like you have never seen a football. Nor have you ever run.
I wonder
before.
I wonder what I would look like if you videoed it. Probably look the same, and you'd be like, oh.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. I thought I was gliding. They have Pelly in it too. Pelly never passes.
Pelly never passes. No. Very great ball greedy.
Bit fucking greedy. But they never really explained him too. Oh, you said he's from Trinidad, wasn't he?
Yeah. See. I forgot he was from Trinidad.
That's why I wore this hat. It's out near there. I'm pretty sure.
Does that say Turks and Caicos on it? Yeah.
Is it? Is that in the specific?
I thought that would be a Pacific island. Turks and Caicos. Although maybe
I better learn.
Would it be? I don't know. I was confused as to why. Because Brazil, right? So I initially assumed that Pelé, being Brazilian, was Brazilian in the film. Yeah. So I then looked up and I went, I don't even think Brazil. Now Brazil apparently did.
Like by Cuba and Trinidad.
Oh, well done. Brazil apparently did provide. They did join the war, but they joined the war after this is supposed to be set.
Okay, right.
So they joined the war towards the end of the war, like 43, 44. Whereas this, I think, is supposed to be like 41.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Ardila is never explained. Because Argentina, quite famously neutral during the war. I don't know why the fuck he's there.
Yeah, the Irish did.
Why is he there? He's even less of a right to be there than Ardila is.
What the fuck have you been doing?
But Ardila is, like... They don't even like. At least with Pelé, they pretend he's Trinidadian, who did provide a lot of soldiers. Yeah. Brazil, no. Argentina, what was he? He was basically there to sell timeshares to the Nazi guards after. Like that was that. He was a fucking property business. He's like, listen, boys, if this all goes south, I know somewhere you can crash, right?
Making deals with your guards.
Exactly. Yeah.
Someday our roles will have changed.
Also, I realised not so much football, just an unscrupulous landlord in this film.
We don't need any of your football shite, mate. We heard you're a snake.
But Stallone, I don't know why Stallone's the only. I don't even think he's American. I think he's Canadian. I think he fought with like. I don't know why he's there. Why is he the only American?
Yeah.
Like it must have been one of those. He was shot down. It was only his plane that was shot down. And he just got taken to the nearest camp. It must have been. Because even in The Great Escape, there's more than one American.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Maybe he's just like maybe he's doing like a he's there for the summer.
What, an exchange? Like a pen pal?
He asked them, is there any chance I could spend the summer in one of your camps? all Michael Caine and all them don't know that. He can just walk out one day.
He's requested to be. That's why the escape's so easy. And it's like, you don't need to go through all this, Stallone. You can literally walk. Look, you've got a key. Yeah. What are you?
He's got a festival wristband. Artist. He's got an artist pass. What's that about? I love it. Isn't it the first time though they're in this thing as well? Somebody does like 2 kick-ups. And he went. It was like literally a.
It's when the ball go because he's already got his core group of guys, Michael Caine, and then the ball rolls to Pelly, and he does 2 keepy-uppies, and he goes, fucking Jesus.
Or did you not think they just saw him and went, black, we need a black guy? We definitely, I'm 49.
Do you know what I really laughed at? Because Michael Caine has made this deal with the Nazis, and he's basically said, look, right, if we're going to do this, we get to stay in the officers' quarters, we get decent footwear,
Unbelievable deal.
we get beer, right? Good food, right? And then so when he enlists Pelly, and he takes him at the officers, it was like, how would you like to play the Germans at footballs and stay in the officers? And then Pelly answers like Borat. He goes, why not? I fucking pissed myself.
That's so funny.
And why not?
Pelly speaks like Borat. What a terrible thing it would be to find out that that's his real.
Pelly's
1,000 goals.
Pelly's a terrible actor in this.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's awful.
It was as bad as the accent I just attempted.
There's a bit where Michael
Caine's
Caine's going through tactics, and he's like, right, don't play it out wide, right? You get a wide man out there, he comes across, he's actually quite a decent, he's like, he'll come across, he'll draw out the defender, you pass into that gap, and then Pelly just goes up and takes a chalk off him, he goes, no, you give it to me here. Why you give it to me here? I take the ball, and I go up and I score. And then everybody pisses themselves laughing.
Yeah. They're like, Pelly. Because they are treating him like he's Pelly when he's not supposed to be Pelly. Yeah. Oh, Pelly. That's a good idea. Do you know they were playing a card game too? What fucking game of cards was that they were playing?
What game? I didn't even see
They were playing cards at one stage when it was just innocent. They were chatting about something else, but they were playing cards and they all had literally a pack in each hand. They had like 45 cards each, right? And then they were somebody just put in a coin, and then they're chatting, and one guy just goes, 2 of spades, and they all went. I was like, what fucking game's that? They all had 50 cards each, and somebody just said 2 of spades, and that was it. Game was over.
Jesus.
2 spades. Oh, okay. I also think that camp seemed really nice.
Yes.
Like I was a scout. I was in the scouts. I felt like a little scouting. The scouts thing.
I can't think, because the one in the Great Escape seems all right as well.
Are they different than the prisoner of war camps? A little bit different.
They're different from labour camps.
Yes, I saw that.
Because I think there must have been, because it starts pretty brutally, this film. I forgot it started with a guy trying to escape the old school way of just with wire cutters trying to sneak under the wire, and then once the dog spots him, they don't even like yell a warning. They just blow him away.
Yeah.
There's like 9 machine guns just... and the guy's trapped in the barbed wire and shit like that.
He's trapped in the barbed wire and getting blown away. It's pretty funny.
And then the next scene
it's funny, but...
The next scene is the German commandants coming, and the Red Cross have arrived.
Yes.
And they must be there to check, because they mentioned the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
So I don't know enough about it, but there must have been something during the war.
Yeah.
I think particularly with officers and the British.
Yeah, there must be some sort of deal.
I think there was something where whatever way they would get treated with an element of dignity and respect. So they would be allowed to...
It's ridiculous.
They're basically there. They were basically just being kept. They weren't really prisoners. They were prisoners in the actual sense of they couldn't leave.
Yeah.
But they weren't being mistreated in any way.
Yeah.
As opposed to the poor Eastern European guns.
Yeah.
That shock up. You're like, whoa.
Oh, rough.
Whoa.
Do you think the Israel Gaza, like that they should do an Israel-Palestine game of football? Sort it out. No? Do you not reckon?
I'm not even
How about football tennis over the wall?
Volleyball.
Fuck's sake. You know the part he said as well, Pelly, because on the Pelly thing as well, at one part he goes, how did you learn to do that? And he was like, on the streets of Trinidad with an orange. Like,
with an orange? I learned with potato.
It would scoot down the street. Very nice.
Oh God, I cannot get away with the fact that Pelly speaks like Borat. I cannot get hard. My cock it is all a floppy.
I feel like I start to shake. Why am I shaking?
I look at the man in the time travel film. Maybe one day I get on stage with a Coldplay.
Michael J. Cat. Fuck's sake. Stallone did play like an American as well, yeah. Play football like an American, anyway.
See, I reckon, of all, it's decent that they put him in goals because it is the easiest position.
Yeah.
In football.
Yeah.
I reckon you could make a decent keeper out of someone if you had a month to train them.
If they had a bit of bravery.
It is literally just stop that going in there.
Yeah.
Even kicks you can get. Shit keepers, you can get a central defender to take the kick, take goal kicks.
You're not doing overhead kicks like
no, exactly. And
that'd be class in fairness if he was around for them.
Oh, aye.
You'd be on the fucking train. You see Pelly running after the train. Let us free. Jumps up and overhead kicks the lock off.
Because I know he's got a big thing about where do I stand for corners, but even then
that was wrong. Michael King goes, where do you stand for corners? Yeah, back post facing. I was like, it's completely different now. Like in my head, I was like, that's do not do that now.
So would you? I suppose you're leaving too, but it depends. It depends what.
You leave one person maybe back post.
Aye. Now, you'd put a defender front post and back post.
Yeah, and then but you would also put most of them if you're defending in the one or two maybe in the near post.
Aye, keepers surely just stay on your line. Watch the ball coming in, centre of the goal. Don't come for it unless you're absolutely sure you're going to get something on it.
Basically, yeah.
Aye.
That's it.
But exactly, this is what I mean about how easy it is to be a keeper.
Yeah.
We've just explained how to defend corners.
Yeah, I mean,
in less than 30 seconds.
There's enough people from Donegal that were goalkeepers. We're good. We supply goalkeepers.
Is that where Shig Evans from?
And Bonner.
And Bonner.
Yeah. Peggy Bonner and Shig, both Donegal.
Oh well.
So. Got the hands, baby. There's something in the milk.
All those fucking... See that fucking bonfire they're making in...
Where?
What's that big massive...
There's bonfires everywhere for July.
What's that big massive one you build? Which just crates upon crates, but it's...
We do not build them. It's mostly unionists.
But there's a huge one just being built just now. It's ridiculously high.
They always do, right, so coming up now this week, they'll start doing it now. They'll start building them all for July 12th. But there's always like one or two in them little towns around Belfast where they're like 16 stories.
Yeah, this thing's like a building.
Yeah, but people, did you see the guy last year fell off it?
Did he?
He was trying to nail a fucking flag of a Sinn Féin councillor with like a racial slur written across it and fell off it.
What's to stop? Are they guarded?
They're so dangerous. People die all the time. People keep falling off them. They fall into houses sometimes if they're not built right. Like council, because they feel they say it's their culture.
Right.
What a fucking culture. You cannot take our culture. Your culture is burning effigies of Catholics on crates. That's not a fucking culture. Is that your culture?
Yeah. Your culture is stacking pallets.
Yeah, you're stacking pallets and writing fucking hating it, and then they all they're fucking, for some reason it's kind of like, all right, we can't let the thing, so the police kind of look at it from a distance, and try and police it.
But what I mean is, if they're not being guarded by people at night, what's to stop someone like a Sinn Féin supporter, or let's call them what we're really good, Catholic. What's to stop a Catholic going up and just setting fire to it for a laugh so that it's all burnt before their big day?
They take it so serious, so I reckon they're on it.
You think that's what I mean? There must be armed guards.
They must be high.
I reckon
on the big ones, anyway. Definitely. Yeah.
I reckon there's more. I reckon there's more security around those bonfires than there is in these prisoner of war camps.
Yeah, there is none really.
Because it's fucking ridiculously easy to escape from these Germans.
It looked like the wires were could fit a human.
Yeah,
like you could run if you ran and went.
Yeah, exactly.
Straight out. He tubed out.
Yeah, it's so Stallone escapes by jumping on the side of a car. He literally just hangs off the side of a car. What the fuck are you?
Be great if they're just standing at the gate, just like, what are you doing?
And also, Stallone bizarre in this film. How is he so ripped? This is what I mean about the camp being class.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Even if there is a decent gym, He's not getting enough protein, surely,
Yeah.
to keep that muscle mass. So how is he still? How's he still the shape as he was
That's one of the
2 years prior in Rocky 2
That-
in a fucking POW camp?
It's great if they were like, that was one of the conditions. It was like, we need roids for Hatch. Want beer for the lads? Think we need roids. Hatch needs to keep his pump on. he's a big day planned. They're like, what day? Yeah. He does say I am Pele as well. Like he's like Groot. I am Groot. Yeah.
See how they end up rather than escaping. I've got to touch on the bit that really annoys me about this film. But I've got a question for you, right? Because
Okay.
they choose when they've got the escape planned, right? The French resistance they're getting out of there in Paris, right? Everything's to the T, and then they decide they're going to go back and finish the game,
Yeah.
right? Which is it's a bit like an allegory for how much more important that victory was than their own, and how the importance of football and all that kind of stuff. If you were given a choice, right, of Ireland win the World Cup or complete world peace,
Oh,
what would you pick? I wouldn't even give it a second thought. No, literally wouldn't give. I'd happily watch countries be destroyed if Scotland won the World Cup. I wouldn't give a shit.
That's so funny. You're just watching like every time you see fucking like that Matty Holland goal for Ireland, you just see like just little flashbacks of like another Myanmar going up in flames. I'm like, worth it.
Exactly.
Worth it.
Teaching in history for years to come.
I would say,
Whatever happened to the country of
I'll put it
Algeria?
like this.
I'll tell you what happened that day.
Look, I'm big into the old Free Palestine and all that, but I reckon I wouldn't trade it for one James McLean goal. And a friendly against Malta.
I reckon I'd actually take Scotland being involved in a bloody brutal war the day after we won the World Cup. Because at least we'd have had that day.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Because where does life go after that day? It's never going to be topped. So every single day after that is going to be a disappointment anyway. So it might as well be the ultimate disappointment.
That's a fucking ridiculous. So you think that will never be topped, therefore everything will be disappointing forever.
Yeah.
That's just not how things work.
That is how life works.
That's not how it works.
Yes,
that
it
means
is.
if you had the best steak you've ever had,
That's-
nothing else is enjoyable bar that one steak.
Yep. Well, no, I'm not saying
This
it's
is
not.
fucking
I'm not.
pointless.
I'm not
This is
saying.
only
I'm
9
not
out of
saying
10.
it's not enjoyable. I'm saying it's not as enjoyable.
Okay, right.
Right.
Well,
So every single person.
but not as enjoyable is quite different than saying a complete disappointment.
Every
day.
single person in life
Okay.
will have a best day of their life.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah.
a fact. There will be one day that is the best day of your life.
Thatcher dying. It was what a day.
So
The Queen was a pretty good one.
yeah,
That was
exactly. But you see, you're saying pretty good.
Actually, yeah.
See,
The first one,
it's
for
still
some reason, that should have been bigger, but Thatcher's just.
now you're getting on board. Once
okay.
you've had that day, every single thing after that,
That's true.
regardless
The
of
Queen should
how
have been bigger. Yeah, the Queen
regardless
should
of
have
how good it is going to be a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah. Fuck.
So you hope, or do you hope? When do you want that best day of your life? You want it middle of your life, surely, because you don't want to peak. You don't want the best day of your life to be when you're fucking 7. Like if that's the peak of your life, you're gonna have a shitty fucking life.
Well, you're sitting there going like, nothing will ever fucking live up to the day I first saw Bear in the Big Blue House.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Try shit up.
Yeah,
It's fucking nothing. It's fucking
I'm
pish.
not feeling a thing here. But then you don't want it at old age as well.
Okay, because
But unless everything's been building up, so every day's been a bit more, that's the ideal.
Okay, right.
If every day was a bit more class,
Okay.
and then one day when you're about 80, that's like, oh, yes.
Okay,
and then you go, right, happily go now.
Yeah, okay. Right, that makes more sense.
That's the ultimate.
Okay.
But still, it's not that bad. If everything's been all right, great day at about 45, and then just get steadily more pish. But that's life. That's essentially what life is.
Okay, right, yeah.
It is. Everybody's life gets to a crescendo and then just becomes shite. That is how I'd describe life.
And this is the Jake Humphreys podcast. What our health and well-being is. You get into a certain crescendo and then it's fucking shite from there on. And that's just like...
That's the graph of your life is that.
It is. It is.
That is it.
It is. It's literally a tumour.
It is. It is.
That's life.
But because, see, life, from the moment you're born, you are slowly dying.
Okay, right, yeah. Well, I don't know about that. Well... I don't know. I reckon I'm in the slowly dying fish. Fastly dying.
Yeah.
Speed dying.
Yeah, speed dying.
I have a face that's lived a many lives. I can't believe the Germans fell for a fake guy.
Oh God, it's so.
Is that your annoying
so
part?
No, but that is so funny.
That like they just went, oh, and the head fell off, and then they all burst out laughing. I was like, see if I was that German, I would have just opened fire.
Exactly.
Just a Tommy gun.
This film doesn't give the Nazis much credit, does it?
No, why? And they deserve so much.
But like,
No, but yeah,
when you think about how authoritarian and how brutal the regime,
yes, we'll get you a beer if we play
they
football.
were, yeah. I mean, I know, when the fuck did they make this papier-mâché doll of Stallone that looks nothing like Stallone? It looks like Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
So when are they making this? Are they like? Is there an arts and crafts class one day where they're just making a dude?
And they went over.
Give
By
him
the way,
muscles.
it was an initial German officer sees it and walks over to the bigger dude, the general or whatever, right? So the German officer must have he walks over and you don't see it. It's in like silence, you just see him walking over in the distance. So he must have been over. He goes,
There's just a head sitting in the gun.
Herman. One of the prisoners is a paper mache.
One of the prisoners is not who he says he is. Which one, Hans? The one who's not blinking. The one whose head is fallen off. The one who looks like a balloon.
Imagine if he did fall for it still. He walked over and went, I see your American fella's head's falling off. That's how stupid they...
Typical American, lying on the job.
Get him back to his quarters. They're all like, what? Is he falling for that? The other officer's like, what? Doesn't want to say anything because doesn't want to get like... That's so funny. They felt it. He gives them pajamas to play in as well.
Oh God! Do you know what? I think the strips are pretty cool.
Don't like the colours.
I don't like the Nazi one. Isn't good? Stallone's keeper top is cool. I'd wear that.
Okay, right.
That's class.
Escape to Victory keeper top.
You can buy them.
Amazon Prime.
I had a look last night. You can buy them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Dirty
Quite
bastard.
expensive though.
Dirty bastards.
The bit that annoys me. What else have I got? Right, very quick. So, the nicest Nazis ever. Sylvester Stallone was trained by Gordon Banks.
Oh wow! Right, yeah.
Another one of the '66 winning team.
One of them cheating bastards.
Yeah. The only reason that Michael Caine did the film was so he could work with Pele.
Okay,
That's
right.
literally. And you can judge. I mean, Michael
I could do that.
Caine's.
I would do that. That's
Michael
perfect.
Caine's fucking
Perfectly
class. But he's been in such dog shit that I like. I'd quite like if that's the only reason he did Jaws of Revenge was because he wanted to work with a shark. Like that's literally like if that's the only reason.
Now are we going to get in some real sharks? Can't do his accent.
Yeah, the characters seem that bad. Right. So
Do you reckon when the Nazis were watching Pele dribbling around them, they were like, "This is fucking Jesse Owens all over again."
yes.
Here we fucking go again.
Right. The things that annoy me. Right. Neither of these. Firstly, and this is an annoyance on behalf of Kevin O'Callaghan. Right.
Okay.
Why?
Like
literally the unluckiest. I mean, why the fuck would you ever go? You'd be like, I'm not letting you. If you need to break my arm, you're gonna have to fucking try and break my arm. So if you've never seen this film, Stallone escapes and then meets.
Just said he'd have pulled hamstrings. Fucked.
There's so many other ways. He's got cancer. Why go straight to broken arm?
Cancer, and if they fit like a shave his head, they can't do it.
They try and swap him for one of the Polish lads.
Yeah.
See, guy's fucked.
That was free transfer, right? Free transfer to Auschwitz.
But so Stallone escapes and then meets the French resistance. And they have this idea where if he goes out, if he can escape anyway, rather than saving himself, he meets the French resistance. And is this generally the best of the plans, right? Because Stallone escaped. First of all, there's not a chance Stallone would ever come back. So he meets the French resistance. They go, right, let's see what we can do. We've found this tunnel underneath in the Spanish and the French sewer works and the Paris sewer works that leads up to the visitors' changing room in the stadium. If we knock that down, you can escape through that at halftime, and then during the confusion, by the time they realise that you're gone, you're out of the country, right? Everything's been set up. But the only way we're going to do this is you have to go back and tell people that this is what they're planning. Is that the only way they could let them know? No other fucking way. There was no other way for them to let them know at all. No other way. You're going to have to get recaptured. How the fuck do you get recaptured? How do you get recaptured?
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. But didn't he call it? One of the ideas. No, that's right. No, that wasn't the original one.
There must be some person you can pay off, some guard you can pay off to slip a note. There must be some. Send a fucking raven or something.
Anything but what you've just said.
So he then gets recaptured, and then there's the whole thing like, well, what if they don't send me to the same camp? No, listen, they will. Because they'll want to show their authority, and it'll be a warning to everybody else. That's not a warning to everybody else. That's he managed to get out. If I get out, I'll probably stay out. A warning
in France, shy guy.
If a warning to everybody else would be take him back in the camp, and then beat the living shit out of him in front of everybody, and then go, that's what happens if you escape, right? And so he obviously knows something. The British officers go, well, he's back, so he's obviously got word from the French resistance. We need to find out. But he's stuck in the cooler.
Yeah.
So how the fuck? And they go to Michael Caine and go, you need to get him in the team. And he's like that. He's already said he's the trainer, and the Nazis aren't having this. So suddenly he's now the goalie. Yeah. Like, no. Fucking Kevin O'Callaghan's your goalie. It's like, broken his arm. So before they even have talked this plan, Kane's already broken the cunt's arm. And he says, well, we're going to see proof. He doesn't even go,
it's a bad snap too, by the way.
Take my word for it, right? He's broken his arm. And then they go to him and go, we have to break your arm. So he's sitting there going, right, so hold on a minute here. I am now the only one that's not escaping. Everyone else gets to escape, including the fucking American that nobody likes anyway. Right?
Yeah.
I am now having my arm broken quite brutally between two bed slats by Michael Caine stomping it with an army boot. Right? So while you're all escaping and having a great time, I'm sitting there with a broken arm and, let's face it, isn't going to be getting operated on. There's a good chance I'm either dying of gangrene here. Right. Also, you've just ruined my career. I'm a fucking keeper, so I'm never playing the game again. Right.
Completely fucked this. Does he really just sit there when they've all escaped? He's sitting there alone going, wait a minute.
I'm getting a really raw deal here.
Are you coming back? One arm looking at the thing. Coming back 4 years later. The camp's completely empty.
Trying to write a letter, but unfortunately he was right-handed, so it's just fucking scribbles.
They missed and broke his neck.
Literally, the shit is. You'd go, no, there's not a chance I'm doing that for everybody else.
So what's this deal here?
And it's not like
they literally write out pros and cons.
It's not like they go, you can go, all right, do you know what? I'll take this one for the team, lads. And then, obviously, you're not seeing them for there's another 4 years of the war to go. And you're in a prisoner of war camp with a broken arm.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Cons. Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Pros.
Yeah. Pros. Stallone gets to pump that French bird. That's why he's doing it.
Oh, Jesus.
And to make matters even worse, right? And this is what really annoys me, right? This would piss me off if I'm Kevin O'Callaghan. There's two people that should be pissed. There's two groups of people. Kevin O'Callaghan, he's now been basically made an amputee just so they can escape.
Yeah.
The French resistance, who are already working underground in Nazi-occupied Paris, risking everything they possibly can, digging tunnels in the fucking French sewage system, covered in shit, covered in people's piss and shit, right? Sweating like
French
fucks, it's
one as
hot.
well, French.
Yeah, oh God.
Bad.
Right, risking absolute life and limb to escape.
A lot of garlic.
When they get to the escape, these selfish cunts come down and go, right, that's the escape done. Remember how you broke that guy's arm? Well, this is the time. He took one for you, so this is the time. Let's not have his arm go in vain, right? Now's the escape. And then they go, but we're only getting pumped 4-1. What?
I can't even think of that. Yeah.
What? You're not going to escape.
I've never even thought of that.
No, I reckon we can get a draw out of this game. You're not even going for the win. You don't even think you can win. You've scored one fucking goal. And let's face it was a fluke because the Germans had taken their eye off the ball because they were absolutely horsing you. The referee and the linesman are paid off. How the fuck are you winning this game?
Yeah.
We've done everything we possibly can to make this escape happen. And you want to roll it off because you're getting pumped only 4-1? Are you fucking kidding me on? You're getting absolutely hammered, for Christ's sake. God. Your entire bench is full of Polish and Czech guys that haven't had a meal for 9 years. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's so funny. I never even fucking thought of that. Yeah, nothing was in vain. Everything was in vain for him. Do you think, by the way, I noticed one of the German players, though, I recognized him from actual football. You know? Gunnar Soros. Nah. I'm pretty sure that was him. That's so stupid. Do you reckon the Nazis gave Pele Parkinson's? Like, well, that was one of their wee tests.
Fucking hell.
It makes sense.
Does Pele get his ribs broken? Is that why he has to come off?
Oh, he is running like that.
Aye.
Oh, what? By the way, do you know what fucking? Who the fuck was it? Which footballer was it that talked like an Oliver? Like Oliver?
Oh yeah, there is one.
On my noggin.
Yeah, there is one of them. Yeah.
Pass it to the back post, Eric.
Yeah, they're all old as shit
Oh
as well.
fuck God. Far post, Eric.
Do you want to know the most damning thing about this whole film? Oh, one thing I did forget. They need to still tell Stallone that it's happening at half time.
Yeah.
When else it's happening, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen in the third minute because they're on the pitch. There's a good chance it's going to be fucking half time when they're out of sight.
Yeah.
They send a child on to the pitch with a package. The Nazis not these Nazis, regular Nazis would have gunned that child down.
yeah.
The minute he gets through that barrier.
Nazis. Lackadaisical Nazis.
The most damning thing in this whole film,
Yeah.
right, is they're playing, right, Pele, they target Pele because he's obviously the best.
Yeah.
They break his ribs.
Yeah.
Pele then has to come off, right? On the bench, you have all of the Eastern Europeans, right? So you've got the Czechs, you've got the Polish, you've got all the Ukrainians and stuff. They can't play.
Yeah.
Why the fuck they're there anyway?
Yeah.
Right? They can't play because they're emaciated, right? And they've been through hell. The only other guy on the bench is John Wark from Scotland.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He's in the subs bench. This is how damning an indictment of Scottish football this is. Michael Caine makes the choice. John Wark played up front for Ipswich. He would have directly replaced. Now you can understand why he's on the bench. Pele's on before him.
Yeah.
When Pele gets his ribs broken,
yeah.
they decide it's better to play with 10 men than bring on the Scottish cunt.
I never even fucking registered that.
How damning is that?
He proper buckles quick as well.
He was probably starting to take the tracksuit off, and Kane went,
All right.
"Whoa there, John.
yeah.
We're going to play with 10.
Yeah.
And then...
Smell a drink off.
Yeah. So I found this really... I was genuinely, when I was watching that, it's the first time I've realised it, and I went,
Did they do that on purpose?
Why the fuck's he not on? Why is he not been brought on for Pele?
And
then Pele comes back on with broken ribs. Still, so they still don't even turn to the bench. And then I found out that John Wark was actually injured.
Great, okay.
So he got injured filming. They played a couple of bounce games against Hungarian, because the actual stadium's a Hungarian stadium.
Okay, right.
And they played a couple of matches against Hungarians. He got injured and he missed the start of the season.
Fucking hell.
Pissed would you be if you were Ipswich?
Yeah, you would, yeah. He also buckles so quickly, Michael Keane, letting him back on with a broken arm, ribs. He goes, I come back on now. He goes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, get back out there.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
We need you. Do you reckon, right? He says an overhead kick and somebody shouts kickflip. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Kickflip, yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
How did that get past the editors?
Aye.
You know? The only other thing is I had 3 slow motion shots with absolutely nothing happening in them.
No, it's just the same goal 3 times.
Yeah.
Same goal 3 times.
And
I mean, it's a cracking goal.
And then, yes, it is, yeah. And then the only other thing I have... so when he saves a penalty, it was during regular time. He lifts the ball and just boots it back into the play, and they all run and celebrate. And then you just take the ball and shoot.
Aye.
But
Yeah.
I had the last thing I had was that Nazi officer that organised all this. He must have been at the very end of that. Like, I am so executed.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's done. He's absolutely
I
done
am
for.
so executed.
Like Hitler himself is executing that bastard because
he'll be doing the 3 romance. I haven't killed someone since
yeah. I mean,
1938.
embarrassing Germany on the world stage like that, and
Nightmare.
and also the escape. Why? Oh, see.
You just shoot them outside
I
the
get
stadium.
like, I can understand, right? Everyone's played where you go, right, we're taking a fucking pump in here. You do celebrate when you get a goal.
Yeah.
Right? You go, do you know what? At least that's something. Right? So I understand them celebrating when they get the goal. Right? The sheer euphoria of getting the draw, it's not even a win.
Yeah.
So is it really embarrassing? They get the draw, and then the entire crowd just like this. So apparently it's easier to escape by a Frenchman putting his jacket round you than it is to go down the tunnel. That's a more plausible escape. Just some French guy putting a fucking rope of onions round your neck and setting a beret and setting you off on the bike.
Oh, here you go, son.
That's it.
You forgot your baguette.
Every single one of them gets free.
Yeah.
There's French crowds they actually push Nazis who are holding guns over. And you're like, why are you?
This just
what?
wouldn't that. Yeah.
Like, you're
just
the
wouldn't
Nazis stand up for yourself.
Yeah. You're angry on the behalf of the Nazis.
I'm angry on behalf of the Nazis. It's a poor representation
It is.
on how efficient a war machine the Nazis were.
Yeah. In fairness, he buckles to pretty much every demand. Like, every demand. Well, on beer, I'm like, you are taking the piss. You're a prisoner of war. I offered you a game of football. You're not getting beer.
I don't think Hitler knew a thing about this.
Nah, I would say not. No.
I reckon this
Was he a good goalkeeper, wasn't he?
Hitler?
No, I'm picking the Pope. Wasn't it? John Paul II was a goalkeeper.
Was he? What? John Paul II was a goalkeeper?
Aye.
Fuck off.
He was a good goalkeeper. We see John Paul II, goalkeeper. Right? He's a goalkeeper. How John Paul II was known as Lolek the goalie.
Wow.
Yeah. He often played his football. He was mostly a goalkeeper of his Polish club, whatever. He was a supporter of Barcelona, but he played.
Do you know Jesus was a good goalkeeper?
What?
Jesus saves.
Oh, fuck. Fuck so. Like, I can only play with size 5 ball because if it's a size 3, it goes through.
Yeah. No, I'm not good at crosses, lads.
Yes. That's all I have for the film. It was good.
Aye.
I enjoyed it.
It's a very, very enjoyable. I enjoyed it a lot more. The wee tune. I love the wee tune. I
don't think I registered it.
It's not as catchy as The Great Escape. I keep comparing it to The Great Escape, which is the best. That's what that sounds. What song is that?
Hello, mama. Hello, father.
Oh,
Welcome to camp.
What song
Camp
is that?
Auschwitz. I reckon that's the words, yeah.
Yeah, it was a class film. I really, really enjoyed it. The football's dog shit, but it's very, very entertaining.
Well,
And,
we'll see the next one we're about to film.
so next week for our second Euros, what film are we doing?
We're doing Goal.
Goal.
It's actually Goal!
Goal.
Because there's an
So there is.
exclamation
So there
point.
is. Yeah.
Goal!
Goal. The Dream Begins.
I didn't know it was called that until last
Because
night.
it's a trilogy.
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
So I was reading about what happens in the second one and the third
Oh,
one
I
after
didn't
it as
tell
well.
me. All right. Oh, my God. Yeah. Great.
Right, so that's next week. In the meantime, it's kind of hard to do this because we're filming these back to back just because they're Euros, so we'll be dressed exactly the same. It's hard to do these because there's not a weekend between it.
Let's
but,
just do the fucking goddamn Fringe.
Aye, Fringe.
Buy the Fringe tickets.
Buy the Fringe
We'll
tickets.
see you there. Thank you to the people who came to that work in progress. There was
Yeah.
a couple of Cuts fans in where I stood there for an hour giggling at my own shite jokes. It was
Yeah.
great. Well, I enjoyed it.
So aye, and there'll be other works in progress and stuff that we're both doing.
Yeah. Hopefully this time not during an England game because I had 8 people in mine.
Oh
I
yeah.
had like 10 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 10, 8 to
Yeah.
10. I was like, right, that was a bad idea.
If so, this by the time this comes out, by the time the next week comes out, we just want to say to all of our Swiss listeners, we are with you.
Mind, body, and spirit.
Toblerone, love.
Yeah.
Cuckoo clocks,
Yeah.
love. Your exceptional timepieces.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge fan.
Those knives that are hard to use.
Fucking amazing knives. What an army you have.
yeah.
The fucking Swiss army when they let those cunts escape that stadium, I tell you that much. Those wee knives would be stabbing people all over the shop. That wee guy just his throat slit.
Fuck's sake.
So yeah, thanks very much. Leave us reviews, and we shall see you next week.
Bye bye.